Hello my brilliant home buyers and sellers, this is Faryal and welcome back to Living Local with Faryal series where I tour different neighborhoods in the city of Mississauga and its surrounding areas. Today's tour is close to my heart. Not only is it a viewer's request, but it's also the neighborhood where my family bought our very first Canadian home over almost 20 years ago. So while walking these streets, filming definitely brought back so many memories for me as I spent my high school years here witnessing the evolution of the place firsthand myself. Without further ado, let's delve right into Mississauga's East Credit neighborhood. East Credit is located in north central Mississauga. It is bordered by Hurontario to the east, Meadowville Village to the north. We have Streetsville and Central Erin Mills to the west and Arundels to the south, with Highway 403 marking a prominent boundary. Historically, East Credit was mostly farmland with major developments taking shape just in the last 25 years. An iconic shift was the transformation of the Britannia landfill site in 2003, which was converted into a beautiful golf course. This transformation further fueled residential development. One of its prominent features is the Heartland Shopping Centre, providing a rich mix of outlet and retail experiences for everyone. First, let's discuss the population and the demographics. So East Credit is denser by 64% compared to other parts of Mississauga. Now you might be thinking, what's the reason? Well, there's a blend of multi-family homes, rented basement apartments, and that's why you will see many cars parked in front of each home when you're actually driving around the neighborhood, which I always recommend before you actually plan to move there. And its ideal location, perfect for commuters. Most residents, your typical neighbor, will be double income middle class families, with South Asian forming the largest ethnic group here, closely followed by the Chinese, and then we have the Arab communities as well. Shopping here is a big attraction. Heartland Town Centre, one of Canada's prime power centers, offers everything you might need. From big brand stores to local boutiques, from diverse ethnic foods to popular chain restaurants, you will have everything. A notable mention is the exclusive Krispy Kreme that is the only one in Mississauga, which you will find it here. Mississauga, where you will find huge lineups, whether it's a weekend or a weekday. So be prepared, as it is part of the experience. Well, the present day Heartland brims with options, and sometimes I get lost when I go there because there's so many options. I do remember the simpler times with just few stores back in the day when we were living there. Something like Blockbuster, where we used to rent out movies and enjoy meals from Nando's. Nando's still exists. Unfortunately, we don't have our Blockbuster anymore, and those were our Friday nights. If you're someone who's looking for a culinary recommendation, try Avani, that is in Heartland, for its long-standing and delicious Indian cuisine. Commute advantages are a key highlight in East Credit. Its central position ensures swift access to major highways like the 401 and 403. And if you're someone who is a transit dependent, there's a Go bus from Square One that connects you to all around the city and outside into Toronto as well. And you can also take Go train from Streetsville. However, do note that during the peak time, you will witness traffic congestion, especially on Mavis Street and Britannia Road. So on the community front, I would say East Credit is more quieter. For community events, you will most likely be going to Streetsville or Mississauga City Centre. They are your go-to places. So you'll have different events for your New Year's, for Christmas holidays. Throughout the year, there's something always going on in Streetsville and Mississauga City Centre. Diving into real estate, different pockets of East Credit offer a variety of housing. So you will find from townhomes, semis, and detached homes. Now the entire neighborhood boasts few high-rise buildings, so you will not see many of those high-rise condominium buildings over here, and that's probably because of its proximity to Pearson Airport. You have older sections like Credit Point and the Old English Lane, where you will find predominantly large detached homes. You will also have large brick homes close to Heartland Centre in that area, but most of the homes have smaller frontage, which in my opinion really takes away from its curb appeal. Because East Credit is such a new neighborhood, you will not find a lot of character in this neighborhood that most of the older neighborhoods have, but you do have some streets where you'll find they're more quieter and they're big mature trees that are located by just at the border of Streetsville and East Credit, especially an area called Dury Road. Most of the people who actually live there do consider themselves that they're part of Streetsville, but right now we are going to respect the boundaries and they are part of East Credit. So those are the certain pockets where you'll find homes that are well over 2 million mark, but the streets are just absolutely gorgeous and all the homes are just massive and really beautiful. However, it's essential to note that over the years what I've noticed that some homes in East Credit have shown signs of of wear, lack of maintenance, like fading paint has been left to just fade. You have driveway doors that are not painted as well and their paint is faded on it. Just the overall curb appeal from outside is just not very well maintained. While many homeowners do maintain their properties, of course, there are some areas in East Credit that definitely can benefit from a little extra care. When it comes to school, you will find many reputable schools, such as you have St. Joseph Secondary School, you have Rick Hansen, Whitehorn, but it is essential point to know for potential home buyers that none of the top 10 high schools in Mississauga are located in East Credit. So if you are someone to whom school rankings matter, then I would say that I would rate schools here 6 out of 10. For nature enthusiasts, while East Credit has limited trails, neighboring Streetsville offers several options for you, including the scenic Credit View River. You also have Meadowville, which offers a lot of scenic trails as well. Now, River Grove Community Center, that is located on the border with Streetsville, offers a variety of classes for staying active. You also have your indoor swimming there. In conclusion, East Credit is commendable for its shopping, its commuting, yet it is a bit laid back when it comes to community events, community involvement, and nature trails and more green space. I always say that back in 2003, when we moved to Canada as a family of 6, none of this information was mentioned to us by our real estate agent, and I wish that it did, because when it's given to you, then you are able to make the right decision and you're able to pick the right neighborhood that fits your needs the best. And that is why, after going back into my journey, I've decided that I am going to commit myself to bring all this information to you about different neighborhoods so you can make the right decision for your family. So I hope you enjoyed this tour with me. If you did, please do subscribe to my channel and you'll be the first one to know when we explore another Mississauga neighborhood. Until next time, have yourself a wonderful day and remember to be kind to yourself and others.